Okay, that can't be made. It felt like that jump should be makeable. I actually haven't been in the new Yankee Stadium yet. I do need to get there eventually. I've actually never been to a Met game in the Bronx. Let's go. So I've got to let loose the charge from the top step there. If I want to be able to get everything in. Okay. That health is not meaningful to me. Jump, Mega Man. Same year. In baseball terms, seasons is the same thing. If you're gonna say a baseball stadium is newer because it opened a week earlier or something like that, or a week later, you're counting frames in terms of figuring out who's the better player. I don't know how they could have not, like... Citi Field is the same as every other new ballpark that's opened. It's got that open, like... The aisles are open to the field, so if you're in the back of the line, you can kind of look down and see what's going on. There's, like, stores all around the outer ring of inside the stadium. It's the same as every other place. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is every other place looks good. So, of course it's a good stadium. There's just nothing special about it. So, my question starts becoming... What did the Steinbrenners do to basically get a stadium that is largely considered not as good as Citi Field? Just go. Just go. Thanks. Oh my god, New Meadowlands Stadium is awful. It's awful. My favorite thing about New Meadowlands Stadium, and if you're a construction buff, this might mean something. The very first game the Jets played, the Giants played their first home game on Sunday, and the Jets played their first home game on Monday in the same weekend, right? And the Jets are playing the Ravens, and they thunderstorm rolls in. If you're familiar with protocols in football stadiums in the NFL, if a lightning storm is in the area, they empty the seats. So everyone's got to go inside the stadium because lightning's a threat. That's whether or not lightning's a threat isn't even the point of this for right now. The point is everybody has to leave their seat. There wasn't enough room inside the stadium for everybody. Like, people are now like crowded up against each other. The rumor is there was like a diabetic that was starting, like, they were getting to the point they needed sugar, and it took them like 15 minutes to go 10 feet to get to the concession stands to get something, which is not cool. It's like they did not plan for this at all. And it's like such a basic thing, right? Can everybody take shelter inside the walls of your stadium? No, I've been to a couple of games there now, but the first one was on Thanksgiving night for the Jets-Bengals, and it was a windy night, you know? Cold Thanksgiving Day. That wind cut right through the sides of that stadium, because there really isn't a side to the stadium. They've got like these beams there that are meant to like be reflective of blue or green spotlights so that the stadium can look like it's the color of whatever team is playing there that night. It's a terrible stadium. I mean, I hope that the facilities on the insides are good, because honestly, I don't know why they built that scrap heap. And then, to make matters worse, right? The reason the Jets and Giants went in on it together was because, building a stadium's a little bit of an expensive venture. And the Jets got in on it because with the original Giant Stadium, the Jets were tenants, and they had like some ridiculous rent that they had to pay the Giants. It was stupid. And from there, so on this one they went on 50-50, so neither one's a tenant to the other, everybody's happy. Except the soccer team. And they were going to basically pull the same bullshit with the Metro Stars, Red Bulls, whatever they were calling themselves at the time. And they proceeded to build their own stadium in Newark. I think it's in Newark. Rather than do that. Which is mostly upsetting to me because now they've spent that much more money on what amounts to, nice, Mets win. You're just wasting more, basically, urban real estate. And then you get, like, all the tax breaks and everything else on top of that. On, like, a worthless stadium. Of course it was taxpayer funded. The new Meadowlands Stadium I'm not sure about. But the one the Red Bulls built in Newark totally was. Because, soccer really brings in the fans here in the States. Not that they're even a bad team per se. The closest thing I think there has been lately to a non-taxpayer-funded stadium, I mean, I'd have to go down the list. The Mets and Yankees, I think, are at least loans, not straight-up taxpayer-funded, like it's getting paid back. Of course, I'm sure we can all like speculate on who's waiting for the right person to be in office to say, so, about that loan. But at least right now it's getting paid back. I'm getting 4 hits pretty consistently. I'm happy with that for right now. I'm at the right-hand wall. I might as well jump into it. I say, of course, it's taxpayer funded. I don't think stadiums should be taxpayer funded. They really should not be at all. Well, I guess the exception to that is if the municipality owns the stadium. Then you get a much more interesting situation. Because then that whole thing I was talking about with like the Red Bulls having to build their own stadium so they wouldn't be paying the Jets and Giants a lot of money would never happen. And you would just have another stadium in the area that would get used for multiple sports and other type things. So like, if you could do it that way, that's basically an investment by the city. That makes a little bit of sense. Dang. That jump's tricky. I don't know how to do it cleanly. Yo. Faster than usual. I have to remember to shoot that Skelly. Like, the leagues make so many millions of dollars and everything else. They should never get any sort of, like, crazy tax break for building their stadium. The one where the Jets were trying to build on the east side, I think it was on, like, the Lower East Side or something. And they wanted like $1 billion for a stadium that was gonna have like HD TVs on the side so you could see what was going on inside the stadium. First of all, you're building this thing in the middle of Manhattan. Somebody's gonna be throwing rocks at the stadium and all your TV screens are gonna be broken. And then you're gonna have to replace them. It's just don't. This entire design is idiotic. Like, I can see a case for, all right, the Mets and Yankees have different stadiums. The Jets and Giants could have different stadiums. Let's buy that argument for just a second here. You gotta make a sane design. That was ridiculous. So of course it got shot down. Oh my goodness. Citi Field looking like... What does it look like? The Polo Grounds? Does it look like the Polo Grounds or Ebbets Field? I think it looks like the Polo Grounds. You know what it doesn't look like? The Met Stadium. I mean, as silly as it sounds, I'm really happy they made the walls blue again. Why did we have green walls for like 2 or 3 seasons? That was ridiculous. Sports team owners might be the worst human beings on the planet. Like 90% of them. Exceptions are largely revolve around the Green Bay Packers. However that thing is run. Who the hell is Bob Nutting? I have to Google this later. It's funny when like Mark Cuban is so outspoken, but then he's like, I actually believe that he's just in that he's socially fine and he's just like one of those crazy financial idiots. Although I do appreciate that he worked at Dairy Queen for a day after everything else. This is Nightman stage. This is where the run ends because we don't know how to do Crush or Skip. It's never gonna work. Oh my goodness, we didn't die at least. That's like a little bit of time lost, but not that much. Like, I think we're still ahead. The Pirates owner. So yeah, the Pirates, the Wilpons. The Marlins owners since the beginning of time have always been, like, crazy. Jeter opened things up by just dumping every contract ever. Here's the thing, you get to push the reset button if you do it fast like he did. And then you can say, okay, he's at least pushing the reset button. But now what? Yeah, the Penguins and Steelers have a good setup. Isn't Mario Lemieux still involved with the Penguins ownership? I'm pretty sure we have a visitor. Probably one of the small furry varieties, and I think it just found the trap. Because that was a lot of weird noise just now. Yeah, as soon as Nightman dies, I'm gonna have to investigate. Stop that. Mousetrap is empty, but there's just a lot of other stuff. Wow, that split was still green when I got back. Like, I never actually hit it for BMAP, but it was still green. Okay. No mouse. Sorry, folks. You know who doesn't like mice? Centaur Man. At least I would assume he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he does. Centaur Man. So many of the early Mega Man games had contests to design the bosses. Mega Man 6, notably, has a couple of American-made, or at least North American, because I think one might be Canadian. I don't know. If you have a copy of Nintendo Power 44, you can see them. Nightman and Windman. Centaur Man. Part of the reason I remember this is actually way back in the 5th grade. I don't even remember. It was like 4th or 5th grade. Because it was like that set of friends. And, you know, like the teacher said to bring whatever it was in. And, you know, the Mega Man crew back then knew about Nintendo Power 44 and we brought it in. Centaur Man. Get off the ladder, Mega Man. Please, we're trying to save time here. Yo. This pattern. And I'm not gonna have it as an individual split. Oh my god. So, that one specifically was in Nintendo Power, but if you go back through the history of the Mega Man series, pretty much every NES game, even actually through to 8, 1 through 8, maybe not 1, but a lot of them had Robot Master Design competitions. I'd love to, like, actually look up the history of that at some point. It's like one of those, like, just oddities of... They actually did it. Whereas today, you know, like, especially Disney would, like, never do that because Disney wants to own everything. I'm pretty sure it was issue 44. Magical Quest. It was January of whatever year that was. Charging headlong into the danger of this guy. Now, we've got the Retro Game Store that has some issues of Nintendo Power. We should see if they have this one. Go, just go, just go. Just go. If you're asking me if it, I'm sure because you want to buy it, then do a little more research first. But if you're asking because you're looking in a box for it, it's 55? Yo! Sub 2? Sub 2? Yo. How much fire did I just waste? I mean, I'm at least aware that there's a waste of fire happening here. Oh, okay. That's fair. Okay, through that room. Ugh. I'm not happy. One more for good measure. Wasn't every issue, but they had those for a while. Why is that green? What did I do? That stage was awful. High contrast mode. The NES is afraid of high contrast mode. Shoutouts to Mega Man V. Thank you, Mrs. Cab. There were a few issues I remember they had, like, the challenge cards in the back. I can't believe that worked. I was never one to hang posters up like crazy, so like I never took them out of the magazine, and I kind of regret that now. It's about to dump. I'm still gonna be a chicken about this. Punch, 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 punch. One more time. Ah! By the time the 3DS was a thing, I had long since unsubscribed. Sometime in the middle of college, I realized I was no longer reading a magazine full of tips and tricks to beat my favorite video games, but I was reading Nintendo's propaganda newsletter. And I think that was really the beginning of the end. Although when you get right down to it, the internet is the main reason that the tips and tricks stopped mattering. I don't like what I'm doing here. I just don't know what to do with that. React, Mega Man. I'm pushing buttons on the controller. Did I really hit like each of them with 2? And none of them with 3? I had to do something about that eventually. I don't know why that works the way it does. Yo, a Mega Man 5 reference. How do I have all these practice runs that have tons of drops for Night in there, and now I'm actually doing runs and I'm getting none? Punch, 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 punch. Alright, alright, alright. We're in there. Oh my god! I think my favorite part of the Mega Man community is the commitment to being surprised that Mr. X is Dr. Wily. It's on the list. Just like the stupid memes. Fail D. Oh my god, it's not Dr. Cossack. Oh my god, it's not Darkman. It's not Proto Man. Oh my god. IBN. It's bacon now, everybody. Spoilers! I know, right? What's up, Mello? I don't know, I felt like playing 6. Probably because everybody else is playing 6 right now. Oh! Thank you for the good luck. Huh. Alright, let's see if I can do this. 6 is the last NES Mega Man game. Game, why? And the best. Get out of here. I'm not sure what prevents me from getting into that. Alright. I need a knight and a Yamato. Don't read too much into that gold split. Because I think every time I've ran with these splits, I get those drops. And because I didn't get in there, I just saved like 15 seconds of not collecting large drops. But I'm still without the weapon energy that I expected to have from them. Alright, I guess I have to attempt the jump. You'd be surprised how little time that just lost compared to PB. That was life. That's the last one I'm using fire on. So I should be collecting the last 2 drops, one for Yamato and one for Knight. Ugh. Ugh. Why is this green? So this is going to be much redder because I need to collect drops. I should learn this stage specifically. Because Night Crush is valuable on the final boss. It's Plan B. Yo, Mega Man 5 reference. Just what I didn't need. Alright, now to not miss a lot of shots against Blizzard. Yo, nice. What did I get? 2 rolls? I'll take 2 rolls. I know there's some of these I'm supposed to like pause inside the capsule, outside the capsule, whatever. I don't remember any of them. I don't know any of those. Down button? Wow. I'm gonna be a little red, but it'll be okay. Yo, Melliflows. Welcome to the Bagel Cage. Congratulations on getting your license. Enjoy the ride. Oh, really? Enjoy Mr. Cab 5 Rocket Punch from the Mega Arm as well. Alright, here we go. Yo, we got 2 extra shots out of it. What are you facing Crazy Ape Boy in? Is that Mega Man 2 Game Boy? Yo! Why, Wily? Why? Oh! I thought I hit him with one more than I did. I really thought that was it. I'll take this, though. I was expecting a mid 38. The game I actually need to work on is still 5 NES of all games. But this is nice. Another 38 on the board. Keeping pace with Mega Man 3. Actually. Alright, my Mega Man 3 PB is a 38.07. I should have waited another 5 seconds. Or 4 seconds, whatever. Thanks, Mad Mega. What do you think? Do we have time for anything else? Okay. I know, but I got the big PBs. I guess under speedrunning law, I do have to let the credits play out before I do anything else. That's true. That is very true. Oh, I know what I could do. I know what I can do. Oh, wow. I had a 39.01 and I have a 38.03. I went from being the second lowest 39. There was a 39 flat. To the lowest 38. The jump from 37 to 30th. Yo, top 30. Take that, Beef Watson. This was good though. This was good. Am I required to, like, post, a screenshot of Live Split? Like, that's how it's supposed to work, or something like that? I guess I should do that. Do that later. Alright. Vote on your phones now, or in your chat devices, because I don't have anything that specifically votes on phone. Do you want to see Buster only, Jet, or POW?